Hello, this is a very late review because our son went to bed super late.
Yes.
So we watched Halloween Kills. Supposed to come out in 2020, came out 2021. We got to see it on Peacock. $10, you get it for a month, and it's no ads or whatever. So like we basically paid $10 to see it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So our review is based off of we paid $10 to see it tonight.
What does that have to do with anything?
I like to give people the idea of how much you're spending on things. I mean, because we've talked about that in the past, like where it's like,
well, it's not like it affects the quality of the movie.
No. But like, would you get this streaming service based off of the thing that's being offered? And for $10 tonight, we got to see Halloween Kills. Now, do you want to? We're doing one review, and we'll just do.
What do you mean?
We'll just do it in half, right? Like where it's like.
I'm following your lead on this.
Okay. All right. So, spoiler-free portion. We'll do the spoiler-free portion right now. It's the middle of a trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
So it has like a feeling like the Two Towers.
Oh.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Well, not Return. Empire Strikes Back. It's kind of got like this like we're setting up, like we're linking the first, we're setting up for the third.
Back to the Future too.
Yes, but okay.
Right?
No, because Back to the Future 1 ends where they're like, we gotta go back. It's your children.
Yeah.
But they don't, like, at the end of the second one, do they set up for the third? When he goes...
Are you serious? You don't remember?
I don't remember. End of the second one? With the Cowboys?
Okay, so the end of the second one, they leave it where Doc is in the DeLorean, like, up in the sky, and he's like, I'm gonna bring her down, Marty, and then he gets struck by lightning, and then all of a sudden, Marty gets this letter delivered from some guy that says the Doc's in... The 17th. Okay, anyways.
And so anyway, that was Back to the Future. We would definitely say check it out. It's been out for a couple of years. Okay, back to Halloween Kills. This is the middle of the trilogy. They do a lot to establish a lot of things because Katie wasn't aware of this.
I was too. I just forgot. So
the retconning, where basically like Halloween has all these. There's a cat ass right here. Move it, Charlie. Move your ass. There are several different Halloween timelines, and basically, to follow this trilogy exists entirely by itself. So like,
well, not entirely.
Oh yes, you're right.
Not entirely.
Okay. Halloween 1 in 1978, 8 or 9,
whatever it is.
Then Halloween 2018, then Halloween Kills, and then in 2022, Halloween Ends, and then that will be a timeline by itself. So the events of Halloween 2 never happened. This is the first time we're seeing anything with a hospital in the series.
So they had to do a little bit of explaining.
Yes.
To kind of make Halloween 2018 to fill some gaps that Halloween 2 had previously filled, but since that no longer exists in the timeline, they had to go back and do that in this movie. And it was really something that I wasn't expecting.
Wasn't expecting, but it was needed, and it established a lot of things.
Yes, it was kind of jarring because at first you're like, did this happen? I need to go back and watch the first movie. Because I don't remember this happening, and then you're like, oh wait, it did.
Oh wait, it did.
Wait, no, it didn't happen in the first movie.
Which movie?
In Halloween, the original.
Okay, in Halloween, the original, yeah, it didn't happen because Halloween, the original ends.
I thought they were flashing back to Halloween, the original.
No,
and they were not. They were adding.
They were flashing back to that night.
Mm-hmm.
But not the events of Halloween 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's much easier of a timeline than the other ones, and I like this one. I like this one better because previously my timeline was like 1 and 2, and then the rest of the franchise just kind of murky. Who gives a shit? Like 1 and 2 are the best, and then I mean 3 is great in its own regard, but as far as like chronological timelines, Halloween 1 and 2. Okay, so that being said, this movie sets up a lot for the third installment, and it has to go back and it has to explain how we got from Halloween 1 to Halloween 2018, because in Halloween 2018 we see him captured in captivity.
Yeah.
But yet technically he never got captured in the first one. He just kind of disappears. He's a boy. So they established that they did a lot of like flashbacks to generated scenes, and I guess they did a CGI Loomis.
Yeah.
In here, so
does that count as a spoiler? Anyways, we're assuming that you've seen Loomis before. Anyways, generally, I think that it lives up to its name. It has a lot of kills in it. They're fantastic.
Yes.
Like I was saying, the exposition, the generated like backstory, the flashback that at first I was like, is this something I'm forgetting from the original? That was kind of a little jarring, but it makes sense at the end. Well, you know, it makes sense after it happens. And I think it picks up from the first one. I don't know if I would say that this is better than the first one. 2018. I think 2018 was a stronger movie than this, but I think that's also like partially because like inherent in the fact that this is the second movie out of a trilogy and it has so much linking to do, like, you know, it can't.
Yeah. Okay. So adding on that, I will say I think Halloween 2018 is a better movie than Halloween Kills. And I do think that because it feels tighter, it feels very much like a full complete movie.
Yes. Well, and I think that that's the problem with any second movie in a trilogy is you can't inherently, because you got to pick up from the first one and you got to set up for the third one. So
yeah. But
other than that, like, I do think that it introduces a lot of kind of new, interesting elements, like new things that are, I guess maybe they're not new, but they're more focused on than they ever were before.
You're learning more about the Michael Myers mythos or whatever, mythology. What would you say, his backstory, his lore?
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that we're talking about different things.
Okay.
Now,
well, wait. Let's finish this really quick with the spoiler-free report.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I would see this.
Yeah. It's still very.
I don't think it was as strong as the 2018 one. The kills in this one were really good. Like, I really enjoyed that.
I think the kills were better than 2018.
Yeah, and also, just from number alone, like,
oh my god, yeah,
there's
so many, and they're so creatively done.
There's a ton. There's some things that are kind of like, I'm not gonna say it to get until we get to the spoiler portion, but like, there are some parts where it's cheesy and kind of repetitive and things. But I do think that is probably going to pay off in the third one. And it pays off a little bit in this one as you start to see a trend and I guess like mob mentality. Let's say that. Mm-hmm. That's already been established in trailers and everything, so that's nothing new there. But okay, so what I will say is, I would see this if you could see it. If you could like get it on Peacock, pay $10 to see it.
Yeah.
If you're going to the movie theaters, I mean, it's probably like closer to $20 a person. Mm-hmm. Like we paid 10 for 2 people tonight, and we didn't have to put pants on. You know.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. I love that.
Although we are wearing pants.
We are wearing pants, but you know how it is. So yeah, I would see it. I don't think it's as strong as 2018.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Out of 5, satisfaction. 4.7 for me.
I'm gonna give it a 3.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna give it a 3 just because, like, okay, the way we do the scale is based off of like what when we're going into it. Did we get everything we felt we wanted out of it? And I got all the kills. I got the kills I wanted. But I kind of wanted a little bit more story and a little bit more of like to understand where the third one is going to be. Like, there's a lot of questions for the third one, which, I mean, like, again, this is the problem with it being the second in the trilogy, is that there's a lot of questions, and I don't feel like I got, like, any kind of resolution on anything, really.
Yeah.
But I did get the kills, and the kills were great. So, like, I definitely think that's an awesome part. And we got flashbacks of, you know, Myers, and we got... I mean, like, he looks awesome. He looks cool. I love the costume and the mask and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll give it a 3 out of 5, and that's just because because of the middle thing, and it's just, it does suffer from that. So I can't give it. You know, it's not Malignant. You know, it's not like it's a 4.5 out of 5. It's not The Shining, but and it's not the original Halloween. So
I gotta sneeze.
You gotta sneeze?
Yeah.
And yours is a 4.7. 4.7. Okay. Bless you. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to do spoilers. So if you have seen Halloween Kills,
continue on.
These are our thoughts. Evil Dies Tonight is annoying. It's super annoying. It's so weird. It's like you get a bunch of extras to say it the entire movie. It's so weird. I get the idea, and it just feels like they're really building up to like some kind of cult, or like maybe the reintroduction of the Cult of Thorn, which was introduced in a different timeline, like where, you know, like the druids and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Maybe something Haddonfield has some level of like cult or evil that was.
See, this is the part that I find interesting. Like, I guess.
Nipples, Jesus.
You're.
Go ahead.
Like, I feel like it's an interesting twist to kind of like take the focus off of Michael for a second and see how it's like his influence is on the people of Haddonfield. I think that's a really interesting twist, and I hope that they do continue with it with the third one, because I think that would be... Well, because, I mean, kind of the allure of Michael is that he could be anybody. Like, you don't know who he is. And that's what... That was part of the fucking... That was part of the problem. They didn't know who he was because he always wears that mask, and it's such a generic mask that anybody could wear it. You know?
We're completely demonetized now. I mean, like, not that we get money for these anyway, but, like, my nipple was hanging out. Katie's over here dropping F-bombs. Okay, yeah, I agree. I'm hesitant about the whole thing because I do like hearing more lore and interesting things about Michael and the town and everything, but there's a lot of mystery around Michael Myers and, like, why did he become the way he is, and like...
Yeah.
So as you draw back the curtain and you start showing more of that, at one point in time, it's going to be too much light, you know? It's going to be too much light on it, where you're going to be like, now I clear-cut know exactly. It's not as much up for debate. I'm here for it. I'm okay. As long as we keep getting really great kills during these movies, and, like, it's brutal. I like, it's brutal. It's brutal, and it looks amazing. So, like, I'm here for all the kills. I've been enjoying them.
I think that as long as they, like, shed light on Michael in a way that makes him, even if it makes him, like, we know more about where he came from, it would be something where it could be applicable to anybody. It will still be scary. You know what I mean?
This could happen to anyone.
Like, yeah, this could happen to anybody. Like, this could have happened to anybody that you just see, like, walking on the street. Like, it will still be scary. So I'm fine with that. I like knowing more about that. I feel like it's scarier if it's, like, more realistic. That was the thing that got me when we heard that line in the trailer about him like getting more power from
ascending. Which
yes.
Also the trailer did not help this movie at all because we really went into this knowing a lot about how this movie was going to go. I mean, like, we saw those brutal firefighter kills at the beginning. We saw how he survived the events of the 2018 movie. And then we find out that him killing is just making him stronger and he's transcending.
See, I don't think that's what they mean. I think that was kind of a red herring. Okay.
He's transcending his evil to the town?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see that too.
Well, yeah, because...
But he did get shot, like... since we're in the spoiler part, he did get shot like fucking 5 times, and then was just kind of like, and he gets stabbed right in the back of the neck. Nobody cuts his head off. Nobody does anything to destroy Michael Myers entirely. Everyone gets to a point where they're like, I think that's good. We shot him 5 times, we stabbed him once, what else are we doing today? You know, like, let's just let it go. I think he's dead.
Yeah. They didn't even take the knife, like, out of his...
out of him. They didn't...
out of his reach.
They didn't take any of the weapons away from his reach. They didn't pull off his mask for a second time.
Yeah.
You know, like, take his shoes off. Because if you put Michael Myers in just bare feet, I think he's going to be a little bit less intimidating. Also, you know, just
yeah, that's
him running
true.
around in his little sockies.
I did like the part where, I mean, I thought it was dumb that the characters would spend their precious time, like, trying to take his mask off, instead of trying to, like, inflict damage on him. However, I did like the part where, I think it was Lindsay is fighting with him.
Yeah.
And she does, like, work to, like, take his mask off or, like, you know, lift it up or something.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the mask is his power. You know what I mean? Because without it, he doesn't kill anybody. He doesn't kill... Well, I mean, in this movie. Right?
Are you saying when he doesn't have his mask, he doesn't kill?
No, I'm saying that he probably would still kill... I mean, he does. He has in the past without his mask, because how else does he get his mask? But I think that his mask is what makes him, like, immortal. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, not that in particular mask. It's not that mask in particular, because he kills with the clown mask at his first kill.
I know, but then does he get shot with that first kill?
No, he's 6. So
exactly. What I'm saying is that his immortal abilities is because of the mask. Like, he puts the mask on before he fights the townspeople. He puts his mask back on before he fights Lindsay, or, you know, whatever. He takes the time. He knows that the mask is important. Otherwise, why would he care so much about it? Like, I feel like it's his, like, anonymity that is provided by the mask, which makes him... It's a metaphor.
Okay. Yes. I'll go with that.
He's a metaphor. The whole thing, I feel like the whole thing is a...
It's all metaphor.
I feel like they're making it a very metaphorical kind of social commentary with this movie.
Okay. But also, I think that he has to put on the mask because if he sees himself... I think something has gotten into him where he's evil. Now we're just going to rant about our theories about Michael Myers. I think he's evil, and if he was... Like, he has to have the mask on because he can't face looking at himself.
Oh.
Or his what's in him can't see the face, like see his own face. I don't know. You know what I
something
mean?
like
they played a lot on his reflection too.
Yeah.
Seeing his reflection in the mirror.
Yeah, I could see that. But I also, I mean, well, and especially with the development of the whole, like, the town going crazy kind of thing, I feel like more and more that Michael is just like he's a metaphor for what's happening in society.
Oh,
and that's why they can't kill him, because they are him, essentially.
Yeah.
He's a nameless, faceless killer, and the more that he scares them and makes them like all emotional and frightening, that's his power.
Michael's a whole mood.
Yeah.
He's a whole mood. No.
That's what I think.
I was also confused that there was a couple that lived in the Myers house, and they would talk to each other the whole time.
Big John and Little
Big John and Little John. So, are you telling me that this is a couple? These two men found each other, fell in love, both named John. They both love each other. They're both John, and then they were like, "You're my Little John." "Oh, well, you're my Big John." And it was like every time they talked to each other, it was Little John, and it was like, "Yes, Big John," and it was like,
And the one guy wasn't even like they weren't. I mean, I think Little John was taller than Big John.
Isn't that how it works, though?
Is that?
Like, maybe they were talking about their John sons.
We're definitely demonetized, man.
Yeah, talking about PPs. Okay. So what else?
I think that was a very important point to bring up right there.
I think so too. I think if you've watched this, you'll be like, that was a question I had as well. Why didn't? Oh my God! And the quick thinking of Lindsay to be like, oh, I found a pillowcase here. Let me fill it with bricks, and then go after Michael. I thought that was really great. How like fast thinking.
Oh
there.
yeah. Well, and she survived.
She did survive. So
she's like one of the few that did survive.
And they've literally brought back. It's like the Halloween reunion. They brought back every single person. It was like, hey, did you walk by screen for 3 seconds in the original? All right, you're in here.
Well, wait a minute. Did they actually?
Referenced?
Are those the actual actors or just the characters?
Okay, well, some of the characters, but the actual actors, like the Real Housewives girl is Lindsay.
Lindsay was
when she was younger.
Real actress.
Same actress.
So then the Marion girl, was she the same actress?
Yes, the nurse.
Oh.
And then some of those cops are the old cops. I haven't Googled all this yet. We just watched it. And I don't think the guy who plays Tommy, I don't think he was Tommy, like the child Tommy Doyle. And Lonnie, we don't see Lonnie, we just hear references to Lonnie, don't we? Or is Lonnie one of the ones who pushes Tommy at the school?
I don't know. That was one of the things that I was that made me be like, I feel like I need to rewatch the first one because I couldn't remember
the Halloween.
Yeah, original.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I think it was worth watching. Definitely, I enjoyed it. I'm interested to see how they're gonna end this out.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be pure evil? Is the town being taken over? He's a total
metaphor. He's such a
metaphor. Is he just a metaphor? Is he defeated by an English teacher? Is the town controlled by evil druids, the cult of Thorn? Twist? He's just possessed. He's an evil demon. That's it. I think that's all I got. I'm falling asleep.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so
they probably are too.
Yeah, if you made it this far, Halloween Kills. It's on Peacock TV, and you can go see it in movie theaters. Check it out. See ya.